Can somebody please explain to me what's going on with Fox News and why are they interviewing people with giant holes in their neck? Gaping holes, let me just add, okay? Almost like they're wearing a mask. So you may have seen this clip. It's been kind of going viral everywhere, particularly X. People are losing their minds about it, and rightly so, okay? So this is Robert Harward. I'll quickly read his wiki bio just so you understand who this guy is and what he's about and what he's up to. Robert Harward is a retired United States Navy SEAL and former Deputy Commander of the United States Central Command. After working as Chief Executive at Lockheed Martin's Middle East Business Division for 8 years, he joined Shield AI as Executive Vice President for International Business and Strategy. He also served as the Deputy Commander of U.S. Joint Forces Command and previously commanded Combined Joint Interagency Task Force 435. Okay, that's who this guy is. Okay, so you can tell just by that what this guy's involved in, right? Anyway, he has been on Fox News quite a few times, but he went on Fox News, I think it was a couple of days ago now, to do a little interview about, or should I say promoting the conflict that's going on in Iran. Okay, now again, business strategy, whatever the fuck, Lockheed Martin, it's pretty obvious, I mean, what this guy's doing. Anyway, he went on Fox News yesterday, as he normally does. Problem is, he had a giant gaping fucking hole in his neck, and everybody's losing their minds because it's quite obvious that this guy is either needs medical attention like instantly, which, I mean, that's just bullshit, or this guy's obviously wearing a mask. And that's why everybody's losing their minds. And to be honest with you, the way things are going on in the world, I ain't surprised. I'll be real. This isn't that surprising to me. It's kind of crazy that they slipped up this bad, but this doesn't blow my mind that much, to be honest. But the real question is, what the fuck is going on? And where is the guy, the real guy? There is no way that you can play this off as like, oh, this, like, because I've seen it on some like X comments. People are saying, well, he might have had an operation. It could just be a green screen effect. It's maybe just the lighting. And it's like, okay, maybe. First of all, right, if you've had an operation and you've been left this fucked up and you have an open hole in your neck, I don't know what the fuck you've had done, but you need help quickly. What could this be? I mean, you could even see his neck moving underneath it and then the top part not even moving. Like, it doesn't, like, what can you play this off as? Again, like, the only kind of plausible thing is maybe there's an effect on the video, like a smoothing effect, and it's glitching out, or maybe some kind of, you know, post-production. I don't know. It doesn't even make sense. Like, even that is like hard to believe. So the only next thing is that this guy is clearly wearing a mask. Because I don't, like I said, I don't know what else you could say this is other than a mask. Okay, now this is a picture. Actually, I'll play a little clip. This is a clip from 3 months ago, right? This is the same guy, supposedly, from 3 months ago. And I'll put them side by side, and you tell me if this guy looks the same. Now, again, this is 3 months. So a lot can change in 3 months. Like, you can get cancer in 3 months and be on death's door in 3 months. So a lot can change, granted. But this is just a comparison. But also, keep in mind, the one 3 months ago, he doesn't have a gaping hole in his neck. Just keep that in mind too. I mean, has this guy just suddenly lost like half of his neck muscles in a few months? I mean, yeah, maybe if he's dealing with some shit like an illness. Maybe. But again, it doesn't just leave you with a giant gash in your neck, okay? It doesn't make sense, okay? Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, look at the ears. The ears are different. I don't want to put too much on that, right? Because if you turn a certain way, your ears look different sizes and shit. Like, so that isn't that plausible. But a lot of people are saying the ears are different. I don't buy that. I mean, that's pushing it. But you don't even need to look at the ears because you can quite clearly tell by the gaping hole in the neck that some shit is going on. Simple as that. Now look, I don't want to get too conspiratorial, right? Because what the fuck do I know? But a lot of people are saying that this guy, the real guy, something's happened to him and they've replaced him with this guy so they can get him to say what they want. Now, I'm not going to point the finger. I don't know. I'm not going to say no names. Because like I said, who the fuck am I? I don't know, okay? But when stuff like this is happening, and when a guy comes on and he's quite clearly wearing a fucking mask, again, there's a slight chance I'm wrong, but it doesn't look like it. It's kind of plausible, you know? Especially as well, when there's a lot of people that want this conflict. I'm not going to get into it, but there's a lot of people that quite obviously want this conflict to happen. Again, I'm not going to mention no names, but I'm sure you can work out who I mean.
Everybody comes to realize this is all about the IRGC. At the end of the day, we're going to have to need a government in Iran that not only hands over the nuclear material, stops threatening the Straits of Hormuz, but quits exporting the Islamic Revolution throughout the region, causing the collapse of Lebanon, Gaza, Yemen, Syria, and as well.
I'm also going to play a clip as well, because some people are saying, oh, this is bullshit. If it was a mask, we'd be able to tell more. I'm going to play a clip from, I'll play the clip now. This is a lady that used to work for the CIA. She's talking about the mask technology, right? Now, keep in mind, she's not talking about recent, up-to-date technology. This is, I don't know when she's talking about in terms of the time period, but this was like 10 plus years ago, right? At least. So, I mean, listen to this.
Well, the movies have a lot of options that real life does not offer to you. But the idea of a mask that you could quickly put on, quickly take off was very real and something that we used with some discretion, but we used it when we needed it and got great results.
Did I read that you had a mask that made you look like an African-American man? Is that right?
That was probably the first one that I took public. That means within the CIA. I briefed some directors and told them we had this capability. We were looking to be able to change your gender and your ethnicity and even perhaps create a twin if we needed that.
Hold on. So, in your estimation, how lifelike realistic are the masks? If you were in the room with this person wearing the mask, would you notice that it's a mask?
You would not notice unless you told a really hysterical joke and the person couldn't laugh hysterically. It had limits. It could smile, couldn't laugh hysterically.
I know.
I wore those masks in a couple of pretty tight situations, and no one knew until I announced it.
See, now when you hear things like that, that makes this whole situation way more plausible. Again, like I said, keep in mind, she's not talking about like last weekend. She's talking about shit that took place and technology that they've been using for years. So, I mean, of course, it's likely that they'd be using this shit right now, because why wouldn't they? Do you know what I'm saying? Especially when there's quite obviously a lot of money involved for certain people, right? But that's it. Look, I'm not going to keep rambling on. This is fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Look, this could all be bullshit. Maybe I'm just talking shit. Maybe it was just a lighting glitch. Maybe this guy's fine and it wasn't a mask. Doesn't seem likely to me. But like I said before, what the fuck do I know? So look, if you think, look, let me know in the comments. If you agree with what I'm saying, if you think this is weird. I mean, most people think this is weird, so that wouldn't be that surprising. If you think I'm talking shit and you think this is just a lighting glitch, let me know. Because, yeah, I'm actually curious. It just seems fucking crazy to me. But that's it. Done.